Hello everyone and welcome to today's installment of Beyond the Mask. In today's episode we're going to be discussing a potentially vital moment in the Halloween franchise that somehow links all of the timelines together. This seems like a huge stretch, but it's actually something that makes a lot of sense. The key character in this vital moment is in fact Tommy Doyle, plagued by his memories of Michael Myers on Halloween night in 1978. Tommy's life changed as we see him deal with heavy amounts of trauma. It's from this trauma that we are given further insight into the franchise's different timelines and how they may connect together. Sit back and relax as I talk you through the moment that seemingly confirms all of the timelines exist together in the same universe. The character of Tommy Doyle has always been a well-respected one. He's seen various different outcomes throughout each timeline and has constantly earned the title of Survivor following the events of 1978. Tommy may have had different outcomes in each timeline, but his most important one, in my opinion, lies in the Halloween 30 Years of Terror comic book, which shows the audience what happened to Tommy following 1978, but more specifically shows the audience how Tommy coped with the trauma of the events as he went through a large amount of grief shortly after Michael's attack on Laurie Strode. Tommy turned his trauma into art as he became a graphic story artist, writing his own comics, telling his own stories with his fear and anxiousness towards that night and his feelings towards Michael. The comic actually goes in depth and shows us one of Tommy's comics, but it's the final shot of the comic that was the most interesting. As we see Tommy in the comic, he is working on a graphic comic book and is in the process of drawing it all out. The final shot of the comic reveals that the story is in fact Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. The whole concept of Jamie Lloyd and Michael's return to Haddonfield exists within the Halloween universe as part of Tommy's fiction that he wrote and turned into a graphic novel. With this absolutely being confirmed through the comic, is it impossible to believe that the alternate timelines may have been written by Tommy as well? I don't think it's a stretch to believe that the purpose of the brief comic is to join the timelines together. Adding this to Tommy's character actually provides a huge amount of depth to him, as it shows the fans of Halloween 4 especially, that whilst the timeline has changed, it can still exist as an alternate timeline within the same timeline. The comic itself actually is from the H20 Timeline, but it could be argued that Tommy himself went on to create a new timeline which serves as Blumhouse's new trilogy. Or the Tommy Doyle character bears little resemblance to the H20 Tommy Doyle who appears in other comic entries written by the same person, but in fact does have a slight resemblance to Tommy Doyle in Halloween Kills. Now, it may seem like a stretch, but the comic doesn't specifically reference H20 from Tommy's perspective. That timeline isn't mentioned, meaning the story stands alone. As it stands today, it could be interpreted a number of ways. Uniting the timelines together as works of fiction within the universe itself is a great way to make them all canon within their own right. By making the stories exist, it means that they have their own place in the franchise, meaning all the movies are technically canon if this comic book is to be believed. Do you guys think this is a good way to merge the timelines together? Share your thoughts and theories below. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, you can't kill the boogeyman.